It's time for baseball on. Next up for the Stros, Tony Kemp. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. First of 3 here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this definitely looks like a situation where somebody's going to have to call a team meeting. I don't know if it comes from a veteran or the manager decides to close the doors for a second, but this team has not played well. They find themselves losing lately. They lost the last game, and they're going to need a spark to get this thing turned around. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And the skies are clear, but that's not helping the temperature much. 45 degrees here at first pitch. 2-0 now. Popped him up. Sano over to his right. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Here's George Springer. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Oh, might not have been where he was hoping to put that pitch, but he somehow gets a swing on it anyway. Strike 1. Cole into the windup. 0-1 pitch on its way. Missed with a slider. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there. Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
D-Row, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
And a full count to George Springer. It's 3-2. Just getting started here on the south side of this one. Count still full. 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 3-2 one more time is swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Astros nothing. Sox coming up. It's the 2005 Fall Classic all over again on Major League Baseball. The show. Lance McCullers, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy comes into this start, Matt, having lost 2 of his last 3 starts, so you know he wants to get off on the right foot in this one. One of the keys, getting outs early and establishing his off-speed pitch repertoire early on in this one. We'll see if he can do that in this one here today.
Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, we'll see if Miguel Sano can be a difference maker, as he often is. He's got great power. I love watching a guy can take the ball to the opposite field or go to dead center field, and that's exactly who he is. BP is impressive, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him launch one in this one.
Reddick is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. So coming to the plate, Jose Abreu. Past meetings against Lance McCullers, he's gone 3 for 6. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat. 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Evan Gattis. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Into the corner and slicing foul.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Chasing after it is Pilar.
And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Jose Abreu. We know the bat plays, the ability to drive the ball out opposite field, no problem. But I don't think people realize how soft this guy's hands are at first base, constantly bailing his other infielders out.
Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
And 2 quick outs here in the second. Striding in for Houston, Marwin Gonzalez. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And that one stayed too low, apparently. It's 2-0 to Marwin Gonzalez. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Changed up on him here, and this is grounded to short. Anderson scoops it up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's Chris Davis now.
And leading off for the White Sox.
First pitch on its way. And a ball 1-0. Popped him up. Gurriel on the move. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's Miguel Sano.
Third baseman, Miguel Sano.
Outfield shaded a bit to left center. The first pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2. And he just dissected him in that at-bat as he flails at that one, and he's down on 3 pitches, 2 away. Up next for Chicago, Wellington Castillo, as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Casilla, who cleverly gets the nickname Beef. He's a 9-year major league vet. He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Here's Hanley Ramirez. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Now another 0-2. And this is swung on and missed that time by Ramirez. A strikeout victim, and there's 1 away. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. One strike now from Cole. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. 0-2, here it comes. Fouled off wide at first, but boy, that had some zip on it.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back-to-back. I don't think there'll be a 3rd.
He throws him on the breaking ball that time. Alex Bregman, who is out number 2 here in the 3rd inning. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that. Striding forward now is the DH, Matt Davidson, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. Let's see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. The 1-1 home. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2. High in the air out to center field. Therefore, it is Springer, and he's got it for the first out. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. It was an 0 for 4 effort for him in Wednesday's ball game. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Behind 0-2 now.
Man, I know exactly what this guy's feeling at the plate. Here we go again. Every time you're struggling, you look up, and it says 0-2.
And, that looked like it caught him squarely in the arm. So gets him. So they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision. Springer is going to have room out there as he puts this away. Stepping in now, the speedy Tony Kemp. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
1-0 the count. The 1-0. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Moncada waits on it. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Josh Reddick, 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Ball 1, no strike.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Just missed with a breaking ball. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. Way in front of that fastball. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Left side, but well foul. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Sent on the ground out to second. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Center fielder, number 4.
Here's George Springer. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 1-1.
1-1.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Here's a big swing now by Springer, but he was a little early that time as it finds the seats foul. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Digging in to try it again, Kevin Pillar. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. After it is Marisnick. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Josh McHugh. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this is off the corner and low. Ball one. The 1-0 home. Finds the zone. Strike one. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes. Sent on the ground out to second. Kemp moving to his right, and that's the second out.
The first baseman,
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Popped him up. Kemp trying to get there. And the White Sox have their first hit of the game. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Reaches out, but he can't get it. It's 0-1.
That's what makes pitching so difficult. You get the first 2 guys out of the inning, then you give up that 2-out base hit. Now you have the middle part of the order coming up, and this is where you have to really refocus on that mound, stay out of a potential big inning.
1-1 the count. And a knuckle curve missed that time. 2-1. Here it is. But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Evan Gattis. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. One strike now from Cole. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And this is going to be extra bases here to kick off the 5th. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Hey, this team has been shut down offensively up until this point, Dan. But right here, team's first hit of the game in the 5th inning. Let's see if it sparks some offensively.
You know, this will be interesting, D-Row, to see if they can crack this guy's code. A lot of times, once you get that first hit, several begin to fall after that one. So it'll be interesting to see if this guy can put the screws on this one and tighten things up and not allow any more base hits.
Now batting.
Next will be the designated hitter, Marwin Gonzalez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Now the 1-0 is taken. Strike 1.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team a lead.
Just one hit apiece for both of these clubs. Lifted into center field. Moncada is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The batter, number 13.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Hanley Ramirez looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Ready now for the White Sox, Miguel Sano. He'll lead it off against Lance McCullers.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Here's the 0-1. Line drive to left. Marisnik is there, and he has it for the out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that one got a piece of him.
These guys are pros and they're tough, but I know that one hurt. He'll never show it, though. Too much pride at stake.
First delivery to him on the way, and he fouls this one off. Casilla, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Back goes Springer at the track, the wall, and they take the lead. It's gone. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. Second home run early in the year as the White Sox move in front 2-0.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Yohan Moncada. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Started that swing a bit too early. Line to short, but gobbled up there, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 7, shortstop.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. First pitch on its way. A ball and no strikes. 2 runs on 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Shot towards second. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there. Staying to it and through it. Not coming around it and able to drive it the other way for a base hit.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Kevin Pillar. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, what a dive. How about that? 2 in the inning. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they face other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And it's 1-2. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right, but what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Got him to go down swinging there. Jake Marisnick goes down for out number 2 in the top half. First offering on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. This is flared right back over the mound. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Boy, D-Roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, any knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't usually get those. He has to square it up mid-barrel to find a way to get a knock. He hasn't had much luck this year, but he'll take that any day.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. High in the air down the right field line. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end. Digging in once again, Josh McHugh. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Goodness. 0-2 now.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Jose Abreu. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Ready for another shot now, Chris Davis. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And he gets ahead 0-1.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Gaddis is after it, and the throw to first ends the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 7th. Here's George Springer. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining.
Center fielder, George Springer.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A high fastball is in there.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Popped him up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Count even at 2-2. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. Full count now, 3-2.
Yeah, well, down 2. You better believe they gladly take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner on and get that tying run to the plate.
And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Evan Gaddis. He doubled his last time through. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Rounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Springer Gets his lead at first, nobody out. And he struck him out. So double digits now, 10 strikeouts for him thus far. Now the Cuban import, Yuli Gurriel. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
A pause and the 0-2. Now that's popped up. Sano is there, 2 down.
Up next for the
Ready once again, Marwin Gonzalez. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
McHugh will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Astros leave 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. Chris Stavinsky gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Here's Miguel Sano. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
So he sets him down swinging. Miguel Sano sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning. First pitch on its way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Hit on the ground toward the left. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Giro, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Gurriel has a play, and he makes the catch for the second out. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. Striding in for Houston, Hanley Ramirez. He'll lead things off against Garrett Cole.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Chopped weakly to the left. Sano charging this one. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Stepping in, Alex Bregman. He went down on strikes last time up. Ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Line to the right side. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. He's through first and hustling for second. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Every coach will tell you when you're down by 2, you don't want to take too many chances on the base pass. Regardless,
Number 27, Jose Altuve.
So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound. And it appears that we've seen the last here in this one of Garrett Cole. Nate Jones enters a little earlier than usual as he'll be asked to get 5 outs to try to earn the save here. No balls and 1 strike. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Hey guys, that's just a nasty pitch right there. I can't tell you how many nightmares.
And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And the run will score on the wild pitch. My goodness.
Wow, the pitcher has no one to blame but himself. Man on third, he just uncorks one. The runner alertly takes off immediately and gets their first run of the game just handed to him on a silver platter.
And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for route number 2. There's a look at the final line for the White Sox starter. He was on point from the get-go this evening. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. Swings through it for strike number 2.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Set to deal on 2-2. Soft liner to the left side. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Ken Giles is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Derek Fisher is into the ballgame now as he'll take over out in left field.
Now playing left field, number 21.
First delivery to him on the way. Lays off 1-0.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
And that's a base hit, so a chance for some important insurance here to kick off the bottom of the 8th.
Well, that's got to be frustrating right there. You execute a pitch, nice, good pitch right there. The batter's able to get a little lucky, stayed through it, caught it off the end of the bat. Not his best swing, but he's able to find a hole in the outfield.
Right-hander against right-hander as this is a ball 1-0. Line toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Anderson rounds the corner and is headed home. And he is in there with an RBI triple.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
Into the box, Josh McHugh, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Abreu. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
This is a situation where you're going strictly for the strikeout. Infield in, and from the offensive standpoint, you're just trying to create hard contact and get it by that infield.
And this one gets away. Throw goes to third, and he will make it back in there. He's safe at third. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Reddick. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. Never mind, the ump says it was a trap. And not in time as the run scores.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field. A base hit.
Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're a grand slam ahead, Dan. But you're a former closer warming up. When you see a 3-run lead and then your offense gets it to 4, and you know that save situation's gone out the window, don't tell me that didn't hurt.
Oh, it does hurt you.
Oh, it does, because, Dero, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a save situation. You sit and watch 8 innings of baseball, you get up to warm up in the 9th, and you're all ready to go thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and get me a 3-out save, and all of a sudden you're out of the game because it's a 4-run lead. Of course you think about it as a reliever.
Now the 0-1. Hits this one hard the other way. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Oh, and this one ran in and got him. And that's twice now he's been hit in this one. Ready once again, Matt Davidson. He went deep back in the 5th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Springer has a read on it. And that's the second out of the inning. The relay, and they get the double play at third. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases loaded jam. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Center fielder, number
Ready
4.
for another chance? George Springer, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. And that's in there for strike 1.
Hey, when one of your better pitches is the straight changeup, you can't be afraid to throw it at any count and at any time. And, hey, first pitch, if they're going to take it for strike 1, they're going to give it to you. Go ahead and throw it.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Reddick is on his way home. He scores as they close the gap to 3 now.
Guys, that jacks me up right there. Kept his front shoulder tucked, the hip tucked, was able to stay inside that slider and drive it the other way.
Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
Springer at third with nobody out. Grounded to the right. Moncada gloves it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Still only 1 out in the inning. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Now the 2-1 pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Ripped down the first base line. Taken in by Abreu. And he'll take this on to first, and they're down to their final out, 2 away. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And now this crowd, estimated at around 26,000 fans, comes to their feet.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle.
Struck him out. Houston, good night.
Hey, when this game started, there's no way they envisioned relying that much on the back end of the bullpen, but he gets the last 5 out, sealing the win for the team and collecting the save for himself.
And this evening's contest comes to a close, 5-3 the final. The White Sox used a nice fit.